great, whatever it is.
Yeah, okay, good. We are starting now annual general meeting of New Zealand Piano Tuners and Technicians Guild. And today's agenda is above here. First, apologies. So I'm passing around the paper to sign your name to get a record of today who presented today. And if anyone knows or had any apologies from who couldn't come today, just please report to secretary.
Phil Hayward.
Phil Hayward. Moki Lee.
Any other?
Yeah, Visa Australia.
Oh, is it? Oh, yeah.
So then you put down Nick as well?
No. He didn't apologise.
Oh, not the
Actually, no. So did you apologise to him? Did you apologise for turning up?
No reason. No reason to apologise.
Visa and that their apology.
All right. Yep. Any other apologies from members?
Haywood or Haywood?
Right. So next, before start official AGM, first we memorize Don McIntosh, ex-life member, as well as Wally Coy. He passed away last week. If you, Kevin,
I can do that one.
starts, presenting.
So,
first.
try to stand up. It's okay. Don McIntosh's funeral in February was quite good turnout. Graham came over from New Plymouth, DJ came down from Auckland, and Nathan and I were there. And yeah, it's quite a small funeral. I had to do a little speaky thing, so I'll just quickly read this out for the Don McIntosh thing. So if it's in the wrong context, don't panic, it's the same spiel. So, good afternoon, my name is Kevin Hanna and I would like to speak on behalf of the New Zealand Piano Tuners Guild to all the pianists Don has been involved with throughout his prolific career spanning decades. As Don's apprentice, it seemed fitting that I share with you Don's wonderful world of pianos, as he would call it. Don joined the Hamilton Piano Company in early January 1951 at the age of 16. He was apprenticed for 5 years under John Stubbs, affectionately known as Old Man Stubbs, an Englishman who had previously been employed as the foreman at the John Broadwood factory. Don was in the right place at the right time to experience a piano industry boom. In the years of 1953 to 1959, while still in his apprenticeship, there were more pianos sold per head of population in New Zealand than anywhere else in the world. The Hamilton Piano Company was the biggest importer in New Zealand during that time, a fantastic way for a young apprentice to cut their teeth in a new career. At one time, a shipment of 300 pianos turned up all at once. Don helped prepare, tune and deliver them to customers all over the Waikato. Don would go out in the company's international KB1, towing a trailer loaded with up to 8 pianos, often on his own, staying in hotels. He worked long hours to get overtime and commissions to help support a growing family. It was a phenomenal time to be in the industry. Don stayed 13 years with Hamilton Piano Company before starting business on his own. In 1983, when I was 7, Don McIntosh became a household name in our family. Each year I look forward to the day Don McIntosh visited my piano and I would repeatedly ask Mum, has it been a year yet? I was mesmerised at the way he could make a piano sound and became spoilt by his tuning. Before I had reached high school, I was able to play a piano and know if it had been tuned by Don, and would often say to the owner, you should get Mr. McIntosh, it will sound much better. When I started uni as a performance student, Don helped me find my first grand piano, which I used for teaching numerous students, including Morgan Fahey, Don's granddaughter. Through talking to Alex, Morgan's mum, I learnt about Don's tuning experience and how he was the examiner for the New Zealand Guild and had achieved a 93% pass rate, highest for Australasia. Alex told me there should be someone to take over from Don when he retires so his skills aren't lost, so we devised a plan. Alex ground Don down from her end and told me how he comes back from the Australasian conventions all enthused and that it would be a good time to ask. So before he left for Australia, I booked a tuning the day after he returned, took him his usual coffee after 45 minutes, milk with 1 sugar, and asked if he would be interested in training me. I started with Don January 2000, 49 years after he started, and had an amazing 4 years studying and travelling the Waikato with Don. We rebuilt pianos of all shapes and sizes, attended conferences, and even stayed with clients in remote locations just like he did back in the day. Don's contribution to his profession shouldn't and won't go without notice. He was a proactive member of the Piano Tuners Guild and seldom missed a meeting. Don was a past president, always on the committee, and a tuning examiner for the Guild from the day it started almost 40 years ago.
David, probably, yeah.
In the same light as Kevin mentioned, Warakoi died last week, and I have a card here which, if those of you who would like to sign, probably need something under it. Or I'll pass around so you can
There's
sign
books. Those books are for the Guild Library from Ray Cates.
Oh, excellent, excellent.
So
Collection.
it's just a really simple card. If you want to write something personal or send something different, that's fine. Apart from that, you're welcome just to sign it. So I'll just pass it around. Okay.
Cool.
I'd like my pen back.
Oh.
It's a piano freebie. You know, one of those ones you find in pianos. The other thing is, Angela Hoy has asked me if I would say some words at the funeral tomorrow at 2 o'clock at Pies Pa. I will be going. You're all welcome and invited. I know it's on the end of a solid weekend for you. I've put together a few things, but it's not quite right. So any anecdotes that you want to share with me this weekend about him that could put a little bit of life into that eulogy would be good. So perhaps we might just take a moment of just quiet and just remember Warwick, especially for those who are not going to be able to make it there. All right?
All right. Yes. So it's very sad news. Yeah, but life needs to go on. All right. So we shall then restart annual general meeting for our guild. So first minutes from last AGM last year. I have got this here. So I just read through all and then just check this was correct or not, and then accept, really accept. Yeah. So do I need to read this present approaches? No. Probably just after the all position. This here probably. Yeah. Anyways. So last year, all positions declared vacant. President Yuji Nakamura nominated DJ, seconded Warwick Hoy. Secretary, pending confirmation, Brad Mac. Yeah, you are not there. Yeah, but he accepted later date. Thank you. Nominated by David Salmon, seconded by Warwick Hoy. And Vice President and Magazine Publisher Graham Harvey, nominated by DJ and seconded Warwick Hoy. Treasurer David Salmon, nominated by Graham Harvey, seconded by Yuji Nakamura. Committee selected Christina, Stefan, Alan, Bennett, David Jenkins, Litze, Kevin as examiner. Yeah, all nominated and seconded. I just those
Yeah.
things. Yeah. And future meetings, possibly a possible November venue for Auckland would need to be distributed over 2 venues or find a large venue. Next year's AGM possible Pirongia or Taranga ? Suggestions welcome. A present report was presented by Graham and usually as Graham's tenure.
Tenure ends.
Ends.
So, yeah, which means it's the end of
End of
his term.
yeah. Yeah. Membership appears to be stable with attendance at the last few meetings up slightly. Nothing to report from Secretary at this stage. Treasurer's report items on separate page. Not in this list, but was presented. And Eugene Nakamura with the APTT, Australasian Piano Tuners Technicians Association report. Michael Ryan gave him $1,000 subsidy to attend Hawaii convention. APTTA brochure has been distributed around Australia, but not New Zealand, as we voted against using it. Important, ARPT and RPT America are officially interchangeable. The Melbourne conference is expecting a high American attendance. General website traffic, general business website traffic, according to Vitse, our website has 10.5 page visitors per day. 90% of these searches are from New Zealand, 10% are a variety of international countries. Can every one of our members please link our work website to the NZ New Zealand PTTGNZ website to help increase traffic to both our own and the Guild website? Video, NZ PTTG are looking at making an instructional video to put on YouTube and other platforms for our collective use. We have an existing storyboard from Vitse that we like the look of. We are open to suggestions and we're now asking for a price to make the video. Meeting closed at 10:49. Yeah, so this was the last AGM minutes. Any question or any objection? So how do we say?
Oh, yeah.
Any business arising.
Well, you need to
we accept those.
accept the
Yeah.
minutes.
You need to move.
Yeah.
Move that they are
I
correct.
move, this is correct, and hope
I will second that.
is seconded. So this officially accepted.
Yeah.
Right. Then business rising from this.
Yeah. My question is,
Yes.
have we heard any more about the video from Vitsa? Do you know anything, David?
No,
No,
I
okay.
really don't think so. Do you
All
want me to chase it?
Right.
We can just get an update sometime.
Yeah, okay.
Yep.
Okay. May I just comment on the APPTA brochures?
Right.
I think Yuji had a stack and I have a stack.
Yes,
Yeah,
and
we
and
do
Graham,
too.
yeah, Graham.
And Graham's got a stack.
I got a stack.
I have them
One,
here.
two.
If anybody wants them, I'll just put them out. Please help yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where's a good place to put them?
Yep. All right. So probably just go on to the next one. Yeah. So our president's report by myself. I've got two separate themes today. For one from APTTA update and second New Zealand Guild update. First, Australasian Tuners Association. This committee of APTTA decided the convention. Next convention was expected in 2021, next year, 2 years from last year's convention. Has been postponed to 2022 at least due to the corona situation. So Michael Ryan, President of Queensland, who hosts next one, can't organize anything with hotels. He can't look at any possibility getting overseas, including New Zealand people, to Australia any day soon. Yeah, so he can't plan next year's convention at this point. So he suggested postpone 1 year to 2021. But of course, very unsure. Even 2021, we can't have convention. I don't know. Yeah, we will. I will update these things time to time, and then possibly putting in magazine. Yeah.
So does that automatically mean, I assume, that we'll be postponing our convention too, because we were hosting in
Not yet
2022?
decided. Yeah,
Right.
naturally, of course, we think not 2023, probably 4 or even 25.
Yeah.
No one knows corona or vaccines available, and and New Zealand very safer country, but Australia unfortunately was very good, but very terrible condition. Yeah, so we don't know yet. Committee will discuss. Relate with Australasian committee at the same time. Yeah. So next, the last meeting, last minute, as mentioned, we now ARPT Australasian qualification was transferable with US Guild. And one person from US Guild has now joined to Queensland Guild officially, and he paid APTTA SAB to Queensland. He is now a member of Queensland as well as US. Yeah, at the same time, one Victorian Guild member has applied PTG membership. But process of him now being delayed again by due to coronavirus situation in America. Of course, everyone knows. Oh, bad. Yeah. So the headquarters of PTG has been shut down, and then can't do anything. Of course, cancelled convention this year and supported. Yeah, DJ supported traveling there, and even you expected to go this year PTG convention.
No.
You didn't expect. Some people from Australia cancelled, of course. Yeah, it's not happening there again. So I'm not sure in the future things. Yeah. Otherwise, no one. New Zealand didn't hear anyone who wants to join our guild at this point. APPTA website login website stuff is a little bit still unknown, but then
They recently stopped doing individual logins, didn't they? They said they wanted the information so they could change it.
Yes, Michael Ryan will send a member about this topic. How do you get a password and how do you get login to the website officially? But I've got the passwords, the bunch of passwords and login name. Yeah, so of course newer member doesn't have any, but old member has your own. Hopefully this works. This is very old stuff, so hope it works. So try that. If you are lucky, you can log into.
We don't have to tear off our own. We can just try other people's logins.
Yeah, and I believe the once Vitze gets the information from Michael, he can deal with making new login details for you who doesn't have at this moment. So the website has lots of documents and related information. So it's really useful according to my career. Actually, I don't visit so often. But anyway, so it should be useful and login details. So come to me after the meeting.
Gold coin donation.
To get your own. So I just appeal your one and then give away. So this is the one.
Can we get them a bit smaller?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, anyway, so login things. Yeah, and at this moment I have participated the meeting every 2 months with Australian people to discuss Australian things. I will update time to time on the magazine and workshop as well. So this is Australian things. So next, New Zealand. Yeah, New Zealand has New Zealand Guild is working, solidating members' numbers and getting younger generation more effectively or aggressively. Or so I'm thinking about 3 categories. One, inform existing members, you guys, to motivate us more to participate. Thank you for coming here today. And of course, we are expecting more members to join actual weekend. And how to do that? So, for example, we are promoting using Facebook posts. Unfortunately, not much at this moment. And creating interesting, fantastic magazines. And we are. I made YouTube video in November or December to introduce what kind of weekend we had in November, and sent a link to I think in magazine, I think,
Yeah.
or maybe email.
We can load it onto Facebook and things as well if we want.
I'm not sure.
We can put
sure.
links in the magazine that are live
Yeah.
links.
Yeah, okay, good.
Yeah.
But anyway, so this is one thing for existing members. And second thing, we are encouraging provisional members and trainee members or entrance level or outside non-members to join or to come to us and then eventually joining the guild. And then that's why we were having 1 day, a trainee day yesterday, which was really successful. Yeah, and also we are planning more for this purpose. Will be announced from David later. Yeah, and also third category was the starting people. Sometimes I have received email from someone who wants to become piano tuner. So previously I just wrote information and then sent out. Then I get many of coming, so I wrote official document. We recommend do this and do that, or question and answers and so on and so on. Yeah, so I hope that those entering people can get a good idea about guild or this industry before they decide or they do, or we help that way them to decide coming into direction. Yeah, so if you guys have someone approaching you, I want to become piano tuner, how shall I do something? Yeah, you can deal with yourself if you know anything, of course. I believe you know anything. Yeah, and also may I recommend you to contact that person to contact the guild, and we can help that person with you together to bring or guide effectively. So we are doing those 3 existing members, possible or working on members and entering member people separately, and then finally we're getting more people here and more effective workshops and next to passing good information and the skills to next generation. So if you have any idea about achieving those things, please come to our committee members and or just talk to me, and we will happy discussing with the topic with you. Yeah, and also another one, it's a reminder of Code of Ethics. Probably if Graham, would you mind speaking about this Code of Ethics? to
I
remind?
I haven't got it memorised,
Yeah.
but I'm happy to.
I can grab
If there's a copy,
Oh,
I can find one on my phone, but it might take a few minutes. But
Well, Kevin, you've done more.
do you want me to read the code of
I was gonna grab
ethics?
it.
Oh, yeah.
I think we've actually published it a couple of times in the magazine.
Yes.
People probably gloss over it, but it's really just sort of a baseline that we of expectations for our members to follow an etiquette in people's homes, how they conduct themselves, how they behave. It's sort of, for most people that behave themselves, it's just normal business as usual, you know. So, it just outlines a few guide points that we just be aware of. There's a few things you don't do when you're in clients' homes. We've had, I think, I can't remember who it was, but somebody did a wee presentation at a meeting about behaviour in people's homes. Do you remember who that was? But we all chipped in with things we do and don't do, and so that essentially, okay. I don't know whether I need to read the whole thing, but
Give us some
But-
highlights, edited highlights.
edited highlights. Number 1, I will not engage in unfair trade practices. Number 2, I will not advertise in a manner so as to convey information that is misleading. Number 3, I will not at any time conduct myself in a manner which might reflect discredit to the PTTG, and I will use every opportunity within my means to upgrade my professional status by close contact with the PTTG affairs made available through meetings, seminars and similar events. Number 4, I will contribute to upgrading of our profession as a whole by encouraging and assisting to the best of my ability the apprentice or any member in the development of knowledge and skill in piano technology. Number 5, members other than Guild approved shall not by omission or misrepresentation imply that they are Guild approved members of the PTTG. Essentially that type of thing. Number 8, the following Piano Tuners and Technicians Guild of New Zealand Incorporated Code is hereby adopted, and then subheadings, always conduct myself honourably in the homes where I render service, always render the best service possible under existing conditions, always keep the best interest of my customer in mind, always strive to expand my knowledge and increase my skill, never use fraudulent or bait advertising, constantly contribute to the vigour of musical life and activity in my area in every way I possibly can, and promote the integrity of and goodwill toward the tuning profession and the entire music industry at every opportunity. So it's dated 1986. The principles still apply. Some of the wording is probably a wee bit historic, but it's a good document.
Yeah.
And it's just a reminder to.
Yep.
Yes, and very importantly, from some things I've witnessed just recently, that's our point of difference from everybody else out there that's doing it, and it does make a difference
Yes.
in homes
Yeah.
where people meant to feel comfortable.
Yes.
You know, it's our point of difference, so I just stick by it. Yeah.
Yep. All right. Thank you
Okay,
very
you're
much.
Yep.
Quick.
Good.
Graham. Yep. Okay. Finally, we the guild issued magazines in December last year and May this year, and also Graham sent some emails about postponement of last expected weekend and so on. So yeah, and one final point I may have to ask or point out is about Kevin Bennett, ex-member of the guild, who had really lots of improper or incidents with customers. So if you had any comments from customer, or if you had asked or is asked from customer who was Kevin Bennett or what, blah blah blah, you can say he's not a member of the guild and we can't touch him. Lovely. Maybe David can say more.
Perhaps I should just fill in one or two background details in light of one or two rather unfortunate incidents last year. The committee asked Kevin to remove some advertising which was erroneous under these terms, etc., etc., and the response was not conducive. He wasn't going to talk to us. So in fact we drafted a letter to him which was hand delivered to him through a family connection that we have, and the family connection, you know, I won't share the private details, there are definitely some issues there. So the was delivered, and but the upshot of that letter was that we would, if certain actions were not taken by Kevin, we would include on our website that note that he is not a member. All right? And we have now done that. All right, and we have heard nothing more from it. I know
I'm sorry. Yeah, it might have been missed because I wasn't at the last meeting. But sorry to interrupt. But
yep.
I had a phone call from him after that.
Right.
I must have maybe I only discussed it with you or something. I can't remember, but
It's okay.
my apologies.
So I can't stand.
Oh, it was actually a traumatic phone call. It was. Yeah, I was at the supermarket and I had to take a call from. Anyway, he said no, there's no advertising. There's no advertising on my website saying that I'm a member of the Guild. And I said to him, because I had my phone in my hand, I said, I am looking at your website as we speak, and it says proud member of the NZPT. So he goes, oh, well, that's not me. That must be my website developer or something, you know. So, he did a Donald Trump. I said, oh yeah, I'll, you know. So I think it took him a little while, but he did remove the thing, and then he rang me back, and he'd already looked at our website, and he said, that's very rude. I want you to take that off. I've taken my thing off, so can you please take that off? It's very, very rude. And so I can't remember how but I cagily sort of got, you know, rid of him, and I don't think we've removed it yet, because I think we should leave it. We should have left it there for a while. It might be okay to remove it now, but you know, I wanted to just leave it there for at least, I mean, you know, 6 months or a year. You know, I mean, I thought it's no use just taking it straight off. We might find some more business cards down the track that you know, we still have to. Yeah. So I'm sorry for.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
If
I could just move the reporting of the situation on just a little bit further. The incidents continue, all right, and the referrals to us continue, even if they're not on his website. And I had just this week a woman who had engaged Kevin Bennett and then couldn't get him back. I won't bore you with the details, but had been to our website and seen that it was there, and she said, I won't ask you why that's there, but sometimes you have to do these things. And I thought, and that was based on whatever her experiences were.
Yeah.
So for the moment, I think we would defend our position.
Yeah, I agree with
that. My experiences
with it.
Okay.
And can I say thank you, Brad, for your final correspondence and basically getting it resolved. That whenever our committee is involved with these type of processes, it's miserable and takes energy away from our primary goal, which is to train people and to have a good time and to promote our industry. And I know it's been taxing for a number of us. So thank you very much for finally getting it resolved.
Good. Yep, no worries. So this has been my end of my president report for last year. So I moved this report to you guys, and if someone accepts it,
I'll accept that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, is that right then? Yep. Okay, good. So next we treasurer's report.
Yep, sure. David, are you connected to the internet on your computer?
Can be.
Yeah, just because I've emailed you with the report.
Oh, okay.
His machine's already plugged in. So.
Oh, it's just gone.
I can probably pull it up.
David, can you hold that side please? And we are.
Oh, okay.
Did you want to vote on anything?
Just just to put it up.
Oh, I see.
I've actually sent David the PDF, and because his machine.
I thought you were just going to read it.
Yeah, I'm going to read it anyway.
Okay.
But
That's all right.
No,
yeah.
I've got no Wi-Fi.
Oh,
You should be
that
remembered.
Who did I just
I
give
have,
this back to?
and I've got it here.
Me.
Was it you?
I think it should be on that piano there.
No Wi-Fi.
What do we present?
Yeah, look, I can.
Yeah.
If it's going to be too much of a fuss, look, it's easy for me to do.
Yeah, on the piano. It's on the piano.
I'm going to put that back into the code of ethics.
Yeah.
Oh, put it. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. Put that back in the file.
Do you need Wi-Fi to get into this? Or just the physical connection?
Look, actually, don't worry about it, David. Everybody's already got a report, got that in the magazine anyway.
Yeah, they have received it.
Yep, everybody's received it.
Oh, yeah, in the magazine.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. Oh, yeah.
This doesn't.
This is still one.
I don't think it's that long.
Right.
Oh, sorry, David. I don't think it does. It's got everything but.
Yeah.
No, I think everybody will. Okay, guys, it's just been. Here's my treasurer's report. We can't quite get that to project. Now, this has been interesting times with COVID because, and I've been in trust with who we work with through the government, which is the Trust and Societies Office. Okay, basically, I had to report entirely and exactly on the end of the year, and we have not been able to officially ratify it until we accept it at this meeting, and then I'm able to send it in. It also means that there's been no point in starting, and this is why none of you have received any invoices. There's no point in starting a financial end of the year until after we've done this AGM. Then it all starts again. There's been no point in collecting it otherwise. So anyway, what we currently have in assets is in our business term deposit is $10,100. Okay, and keep in mind that if you guys want a copy of this, you've already got it in your magazine. Everybody's got it in their email. Business online account is $8,336, and our business edge is $2,937.93. So our total assets at the moment are $21,373.93. Am I underway?
Alright. We're just distracting you.
Yeah. Our outgoing expenditure last year was pretty minimum. It only came to $1,523.30, and most of that was the APTTA subscription, which is what we give to the Australians, so that they can be happy with us being part of them. The guild meeting hosts and expenditure only came to $109. Projected courier fees, about $44, and transaction fees were $60. Okay, so our income last year, examination fee of $500, incoming subscriptions of $4,633, and we are now earning enough interest from our business online account to remove any problems with the fees. So actually, without doing anything, we're going forward. So we had total income last year of $5,224.90. What we are now seeing, and the reason why I'm a little bit more confident, because there's the younger people on board, and about half of us don't come to the meetings. The $150 that they pay if they don't come is actually starting to cause our income to grow. Okay, so I'm not saying don't come to the meetings, but I'm saying that it's helping us. Yeah, so that's great, because the way that it's set up, which is $25 subsidy for every meeting that you attend. Okay, the way that it's set up means that those that don't contribute end up contributing, and it means that certainly, should we want to get guest speakers or anything in the next couple of years, done, no problem. So yeah.
You finished and I'm still going.
Yeah. The only thing I wanted to talk to you guys about, and it's this, okay. So my initial explanation about COVID-19 level 4 lockdown in the beginning, and the committee agreed to all of this, and I just want to make sure that the whole guild is agreeable to it, which is that it says, due to the absence of an annual general meeting coinciding with the end of this financial year, this report must be ratified at this year's upcoming AGM, and the New Zealand Companies Office have requested this, as formal procedure is necessary to file the document. We were all unable to host or attend our AGM this year at this point. As such, the committee agreed to there being an automatic subsidy of $25 per person. Okay. That's for this coming set of invoices. Were we to so that means that the maximum amount that anybody would pay this year would be $125. Is everybody comfortable with that? I mean,
Well, in
yes.
actual fact, we've
That
done-
needs to, yeah.
we're
that
doing the
needs-
AGM now.
Well,
so
that's correct, but we can put that in as subsidies for
I suppose the crunch is going to be, if we're having a second meeting this year, if we've already got the $25 off and attended both meetings, they're down to 75 subs. So do we want to do that?
That's what I wanted to discuss it. Yeah.
I think we've rescheduled the AGM. Everybody had the opportunity to turn up. We've got 28 people here. It's a record turnout. Stuff the rest of them.
This is good. This is good. Yeah, I like it.
Snooze, you lose.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. But we agreed as a committee on Slack to that. I don't want to turn around and go, oh, surprise, you're all paying. Yeah, you guys are paying $150, even though I said you weren't going to.
So the ones that aren't attending, if it was a committee decision, they never knew that you were thinking of giving them a $25 subsidy for not attending.
I asked the committee,
It's a lot of knots.
and a number of people agreed to it. That's what has been. So I don't want to go, there we are, extra $25.
Can I ask, is this a one-off then?
There would be a total one-off caused by COVID-19.
So that'll be clear in the records that that's how it was arrived at.
Yeah, look, if the maximum, I don't want the guild to not earn more money, but there's something that we agreed to as a committee, and I just want to make sure that before I invoice everybody else that's going to be the case.
The current financial year will end at our normal financial year date.
It's already in the past, but we have to use today to ratify it.
Right, so we're going to have a long year and a short year.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah. Okay. Good. All right. I will do what is necessary. In which case, you'll unfortunately get your invoices in the next few days. But yeah.
So are we going? Just to clarify, are we going for the? Do we get the subsidy because of COVID missing the AGM, even though we're all at the AGM?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Yeah,
But only once.
but only once.
So it's actually not an AGM subsidy; it's a COVID subsidy because we're having the AGM
Sure.
and we're having another
Oh,
meeting
yeah,
later.
It's going to help people to get through a lot better with that.
It's only going to cost.
$25 in their
It's
pocket.
only going to cost the guild $1,200.
Yeah. Well, we'll be less than that.
For 48 members at $25 is $1,200.
Yeah. Yeah. But we did agree to it as a committee.
Yeah.
So yeah, as I said, before we turn around and go,
I think
right, we're changing that, then are we going to do what we said we were going to? Yeah.
Yes.
So
you move.
did you get the? Yeah. You're going to move.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, but
I
move away from
Yeah,
me.
I'm,
So you need to move this.
I move that this is accepted as the official report. Thanks, Al.
Yep, so accept it.
Accepted, okay. Oh, and I got an email from you this morning, Eugene.
Oh, yeah.
Correspondence.
I don't know if you can do that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Usually it's.
Yep.
Oh, great.
Alan,
Alan, I got this is good. The email I got this morning was from Eugene Nakamura, which is presidentpost044@gmail.com, and it says, "Hey, Alan, are you free at the moment? I think someone wants their money." Oh, you got it too.
I got it.
I'm pleased we're all wised up to what's going on. Yes,
Yeah.
you sure that's not your email address?
Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, but I'm
Even
welcome.
though
Yeah, anyone
it was
that
a phishing
donated anything
email.
to me.
Yeah.
Still fell
fine.
for it.
Yeah.
There's-
We have
and then
a
just
split
Ah,
of
yes,
this
yes,
last
yeah,
year.
yeah.
buy
We had a
gift
little
cards
split
or
of this
something.
last
Yeah,
year.
so next examiner's report. Examiner's report. Kevin.
This is for me.
Yeah. You
Okay.
Well, I
Uh,
had
for last year. Last year.
Okay, right. I had clean forgotten about this. Just while I try and remember that one, sort of along the lines of examining, we had a trainee day yesterday, and we had 7 people attend with 3 ARPTs, training and supervising, and that was a huge success. Everybody seemed to really enjoy it, and that's going to help drive future exams. In the last 12 months, tell me we haven't had any exams in the last 12 months. No, I don't know. So we were on a really good roll there, where we had record numbers of exams and people passing, and then for the 12 months we've had nothing over 12 months. So, but instead of doing exams, I think we've well and truly made up for yesterday, and yeah, we're going to carry on with that initiative for training and get some more people examined. So it was easy, nothing to report.
Oh, that was a report.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
you
yeah.
moved. You moved. So anyone accepts his report?
Oh, it's in.
Yep. Good.
I'm second, I mean.
Very good. Yes. Right. So next, secretary's report. Correspondence.
Oh, right, okay.
Maybe.
Let's see.
Anything.
Yeah, I don't really have any correspondence. There was something that was mentioned before that your discussion about the document for prospective technicians. I get a few of those emails too. In fact, I think I got an email last night from somebody wanting to, which I haven't answered yet. But so I get a few of those as well. So I think it's really good to have a kind of a set response. Yeah, template response that we can use. And so apart from that, no, I don't have anything to report, but just report that I don't have anything to report.
Easy.
So who seconded?
Me.
Yep. Kevin seconded. So.
Okay.
Yeah, so the hours, this existing committee members are now standing down and then electing new members of committee now. So we are going away, walking away from here, and then someone needs to manage a new election. So possibly anyone wants to take that role? Or
No, I don't mind.
Mr. Diplomatic.
yeah.
All right.
Yeah, okay, so
It doesn't matter too much. I'll
yeah.
We'll give you a slightly higher chair.
I'll just stand up. I'll stand up and write down the names. So Fred's probably taking it down anyway. Okay, so we just start from absolute zero. So I look for any nominations for president, and I'd immediately like to nominate you, Jim.
I would immediately like to second him.
Can you third that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
making the guild great again.
Any other nominations? Any further nominations for president? Are we going to have a vote? No? Okay, so
Yeah,
are you
I'm happy
to
yet
accept
again
that?
there. Another
Okay,
year.
so that's sorted.
Yeah,
Okay.
already 4 months. Yeah.
Short year.
Do we
Not
need
really
to
sure.
nominate a vice president, or because my
Oh,
role as vice
well,
president
yeah,
was simply
yeah.
because I've been the president and it's
Yes,
automatic, but I don't know if that's, do we need to elect one?
No, I don't
Not
think so.
necessary.
I think it's sufficient to say that the immediate president is past president by convention, an ad hoc member of the committee.
Okay.
Yep.
It seems to work fine.
All right, so we'll go straight to secretary.
Secretary.
So nominations for secretary of the guild.
I would
Okay.
like to immediately, that's the word, nominate Brad McClure.
I like. Do you know anything about this position?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So that was
DJ.
DJ and Alan Bennett. Any
Have you-
any further nominations for secretary? Can I ask Brad, are you happy to do that role?
Yep.
Okay. We'll call it done.
Indicate
I
that
better write this as president.
Can you wear it?
Secretary. Treasurer role. Nominations for treasurer, which is the paperwork, finances and banking, subscriptions and stuff.
Do it again, Simon? Have you got it sussed now?
Well, that's it.
I'll nominate David.
I
Second that.
I accept it. That will be my 3rd year. So after that, someone else's. But
Thank you.
I do appreciate it because it's been good learning about this stuff.
And Kevin, was
Oh, yeah, or Brad.
it? Or did Brad second as well?
Oh no, I didn't. I'm just
No,
trying to.
no, that can be hard.
It was Kevin. So that's
See,
treasurer.
DG was agent and
Just
I don't even think that's the right.
secretary is DJ.
So
Who's DB? Oh, yeah.
as
Bobby.
Oh yeah.
General committee members, so open nominations for members of the committee.
Well, I'll nominate Kevin.
I'm on anyway.
Yeah.
examiner.
Doesn't it usually?
Oh,
yeah.
he's
No,
just
you do need to be nominated on the committee.
I think
Yeah.
so.
I think
But
he's
yeah,
like
just
default
do that.
exam convener.
Not in that way.
Yeah. I hate to think of the UE turn around and go, I'm not going to be exam convener. Oh,
That comes with quite a couple of big boxes of stuff.
And that's Stephen. And who seconded that?
I'll second it.
For Kevin?
Yeah, I'll second
I'd like to nominate Alan Bennett.
it. He's,
Yeah. I'll second that.
I would like to nominate Christina.
I'll second that.
yes.
I'd like to nominate
I
Stephen.
need a seconder for Christina. Stephen.
How many do we need?
I think we've had 5 or 6. It's quite useful to have extras. If we have a meeting and 1 or 2 can't turn up, we still have a quorum.
Yep. Yeah, we need.
So we do need, and it's very helpful to have
Odd
it.
numbers.
Sorry?
Odd numbers are good too.
Christina.
We are all
I wanted to nominate Stephen.
If you were to accept Stephen, would you still be okay with the role of complaints officer? Because we've got to go and see something at Michael's house.
Your last name.
Was
We're
that?
going to go see something at Michael's house.
FRUH.
Oh, really?
No.
Or is they second it?
And yeah, can we put complaints officer beside them?
Oh,
Or
yeah.
what you try?
Complaints officer,
Oh, yeah.
Stephen. Maybe they don't have.
Well, Stephen can be, well, that role can be assigned.
Yeah.
I'd like to nominate David Jenkins.
Yeah, yeah, I'd second that. Yeah, sorry, it might be necessary with what's going on with the government.
It's not,
Was that
not
you second?
absolutely necessary.
Yeah, I think that's good enough.
Good number?
What about you, Graham?
Oh,
Nominate you.
Where are you, Graham?
I don't have to be on.
No, I know you don't.
Yes, would you
I don't
be
have
okay
I'm
doing
quite happy-
the
I'm quite happy
magazine?
to have a break.
Would you be okay doing the
Oh, yeah,
magazine?
Yeah, I just have to make sure that I'm getting the information.
Yeah.
That I'm not in a committee, I'll miss out on some stuff. But yeah, I'm happy to.
Yeah,
I don't mind
just
doing
take a break.
Yeah, I'll have a break.
Take a break. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, so
Any more?
Yeah.
Last call. Going. Yeah. I think it's good numbers.
Yeah, I
That's,
think
that's good. Like we've got a South Island, two South
Yes.
Islands
Some,
representatives.
Yeah,
We've got
Invercargill no less.
Yeah,
I mean, the only other one was Vitsa isn't here, so nobody thought of Vitsa. He was on last time. But,
Oh, well.
nah,
I mean, it's probably unnecessary to have more
too right.
on there than we really need. So.
Yes,
Yeah, perfect.
Now then, yeah, so
Alright.
so new president.
Do you want to announce yourself?
Yes, yes, I am. Anyways,
Back in the chair.
yeah. So, yeah, we are continuing with similar things this year again, and then hopefully reaching or getting some fruits or results from what we are going to do. Yeah. Anyway, so last thing of agenda is the general business, and one important thing is from David. Just before that, I think Owen has one topic for the guild. If you could present your
Okay, I will do.
Yeah.
I'll just stand up here if that's okay.
yeah.
I'll cruise over.
Oh, by the way, Owen Bennett, life member of our guild.
Not many of us left. This is a little topic that I've run past some of the committee members this morning. Some I didn't have a chance to get to talk to. And they're all in favour of what I'd like to propose. I had to write it down because I never remember it. It was my pleasure to recommend that two long-standing members of the New Zealand Piano Tuners and Technicians Guild, who have delivered above and beyond the call of duty, be conferred the honour of life membership. I joined the Guild 40 years ago, in 1980, the year of its founding, when Jim Ashton from Atwaters was chairman and Mrs. McElroy was secretary. Committee membership followed soon after, and along the way the two members I speak of were accepted as members of the Guild, who over many years have given remarkable service to the Guild and its members for hosting many workshop weekends and selflessly encouraging members to increase skill levels for the advancement of the profession. Therefore, I'd like to recommend that these two outstanding members be accepted as life members of the Guild, Graham Harvey and David Jenkins. Thank you.
All in favour say aye.
Oh, I appreciate it.
So the majority?
Huge.
Yeah, okay. So we
Unanimous.
yeah,
Yes.
that will decide to old member. Now live member.
Where's my dinner for? But
This is screwed David Salmon's budget.
Or to less invoices to send it to you. That's fine. Yeah.
thank you very much. Yeah, but from my point of view anyway, it's just done out of pure enjoyment. I just enjoy taking part in the group and throwing in a bit of help here and there and whatever I can do. So
It's been well appreciated.
yeah,
Absolutely.
appreciate that. Yeah.
Just like to reflect exactly the same. Thank you.
Good. All right. So
Yep.
So the one important thing is still there. Do we discuss the other things like membership?
Well, there's not really.
Maybe not
well,
here.
Actually, that stuff can be done within the committee meeting later.
Yeah.
Yeah, it should be actually. Yeah.
Yeah. So if anyone has anything about general business we would like to discuss at the AGM, more than welcome presenting now. Yeah, otherwise, I will give David Jenkins to talk about the most important topic for today. Yeah. Anyone has anything? Or if you remember something later, just contact one of new committee members and we will discuss it. Yeah.
On behalf of the committee, there's probably half an hour of me just talking.
We
You
need it
guys
too.
meant to be attentive, I hope.
But the meeting's remaining open. We're just adjourning for lunch. We're not actually closing the meeting officially.
Actually, if we keep it going for a long time, it looks more impressive.
Yeah.
Just one other thing, the menus that we've handed out, that's for the pub tonight. During lunch, can you have a look at the menus, circle what you want, write your name on them, hand them back to me, and then I will email it through to the pub so that they've got a heads up on, so they don't end up with 15 of the same dishes. And yeah, lunch is upstairs.